Hey guys, how you doing? Welcome back to the AnKorage, and we are going to do a little crafting today, hence the name Craft Quest 2.0. There we go. It's going to involve this little guy here. This happens to be a piece of metal. And it's got a little curvature here. What can we use this for? Well, headphones. You get that? Excuse me. Get that. We hang that on, and there we are. We are going to mount this on a shelf. So what I'm going to be doing is I am going to try to figure out, pick which one is probably going to be best and go with it there. So let's look at that. Well, looking at this, I've got this shelf here. I could mount it on the end of that shelf, but this is the camera bag, so I can't put it there. So if we go to the other side, of course I've got my router right here. Here's my monitor. I could put it here, but it's right next to the monitor. Do I necessarily want the headphones directly next to the monitor? No, I really don't. I'm a righty. I want it on my right side. And I don't really want it over on that side because of the printer. So if we scroll up here, this shelf is the one that I'm going to be doing. But I'm not going to be having it on this end because, like I said, I'm a righty. So if I come over this way, well, I'll just put it over here on this side. Now, here's the conundrum here. If I have it hanging over here, this is hanging down here, and, you know, it's where I can put things. Well, this is where I can put my Fritos, my snacks, and stuff like that. I don't want to lose that spot for that kind of stuff, so I don't want this hanging there and being in the way. So it's going to go on this end, but what I'm going to be doing is I will actually be shifting all of these. So if I go like that, I'm going to shift this lower shelf that way, that one that way, and just following that as we go up, that one will go that way and that one will go that way. So, and the reason why I have them offset of each other is mainly just for the general look of the shelves, so they don't look really, I don't want to say boring or drab, but if I scroll over to the other set, those ones there, yeah, they're just straight. And you know, being straight and such, you know, that's kind of boring. These ones, they look a little different. So if I pick up the tripod and come back here, you can get a better view of it. Excuse me. You can see that, you know, a little more stylish. So there we go. So why don't we clear off that shelf I'm going to be doing the work on and get these shelves adjusted. Okay, so here's the easy part. Basically, I just want to take this shelf, tilt it up a little, I'll slide it over, and then drop it back. That one's done. Now with this lower one, I'll remove the smaller stuff. Now what I have to do here is I got a couple of things right there. I'll take those off. And what I have to do is I have to slide this over that way, leaving about an inch and a half, you know, off to the right of this bracket here. But I've got these here, but I don't want to move these from those spots because I've got cables and stuff, you know, going down and behind. So I'll lift it and I'll slide it and see how we can do this. there we go. Okay, so I'll just do the same thing where I shift the ones up top. So I've got the stuff up here, but I don't want to risk breaking them, so I'm going to remove them. I mean, this thing is 50, 60 years old at this point. So, take the raspberry, take this case, put these down. These are glass protectors for my new phone. I'm going to put those away. Got my little Colonial Phoenix notebook. It's pretty. Still no real use for it, so it's just sitting there. Gift card. Custom made USB stick. Bluetooth antenna. Buffing, polishing wax stuff. Buffing compound. Oy. My trapper keeper. Alright, now slide this over. Up and over and boom. There, that one's done. Okay, now for this guy. I'll leave everything up there and slide it over. Like that. And then, just to even out the weight, bring these boxes back, and there we go. And that is the box for this headset. Isn't that neat? All right. Okay, this is the perfect time to do a little dusting. So, got my microfiber cloth, and I'll just give it a quick wipe down. Okay, there we go. Okay, now that stuff is dusted off, I can go ahead and put some stuff back up. So why don't we do that? Put that there. Let's see, Raspberry Pi can go here. Of course, there I go dropping stuff. It's my USB stick. I don't really care about that so much right now. This is a fancy cigarette case. It's got ancient Egyptian art embroidered on it or embossed on it. It's just kind of cool to have. Should I ever decide to need it? Let's see. The notebook can go here. What else do I have? Yeah, I'll figure out the other stuff. It doesn't look like it really goes there. So, okay. So what I have to do now is take this and get it ready for that hanger. So here I have the board or the shelf right there. Here's the hanger, bracket hanger doodad with the side. Came with a couple of screws. And what I did before was I went and I took the board or the shelf and I pre-marked spots on it. If I can bring this back a little bit, out a little bit. Right here, I marked a couple of screw holes when I placed this on here, but slight issue with that is, it's based on the very front, and there's a little bit of a little track area here so that this can go in and then slide into space. So what I want to do is I actually want to mark the actual spot of where it is going to be, which is pretty much right here, but I need to mark the spot on where the screws are going to end up at. So what I want to do is I want to mark that. And I'm shameless, so I'm just going to use a Sharpie. I'm just going to open that up, hold this in place, and find those marks. Make sure they're lined up all right, and then I'll mark the spots. So one. Let's verify. There's that one, and then that one. Okay. And there we go. We've got 2 marks right here and here. So now what I want to do is, where did those screws go? Here they are. So here are those screws. So put those out. I want to do like a pilot hole in these, and they have to be, that would have to be pretty narrow. So I've got the screw here, so I'm going to do it to the diameter of the post of the screw, not including the threading, because I want the threading to bite into the particle board, because that's what's in here. So I've got my trusty Ryobi drill bit set here. Take that off, go like that, and then I need to find a small drill bit. Of course, these are stuck in there pretty good. And I want to view what we've got. And that one looks like it's gonna work. So take that, and I'm just gonna throw this into my Ryobi drill. So do that. Get those placed in there, or chucked, or whatever. You put the drill bit into the drill, and you tighten it. So of course, it doesn't want to be centered, so gotta work with that. Get that in place. Come on, you. There we go. Okay. Throw it into high speed. Okay, that's looking good. So now, drill the holes. There we go. So I didn't want to go too deep, because I didn't want to drill through the whole thing. So this is where I need my trusty screwdriver. So I'm gonna go over and get that. Okay, so I've got my trusty LTT store screwdriver. Here we go. Woohoo! Isn't that great? Woo-hoo. It's a ratchet screwdriver, and the bits are right inside. So I'm going to grab, I've had the habit of getting the biggest one, but this one looks like it would work well with the smaller Phillips. So, and it's a good fit, so we're gonna go with that. So just like how Linus does it, there you go. All right, and the tip is magnetic, and it's a very good magnet. There we go. All right, so now let's get this in place. Of course, this screw falls out, and of course I drop the bracket. Get up in here, you. So I am just going to get these more or less in like so, without tightening them first. So I just want to get it in there, and then I'll worry about tightening it after I've got the threading begun. Alright, so there we go. Take the screwdriver, place it in. Go like that, and then ratchet it. That one popped out. Magnet's not holding the screw very strongly. Bad screw or bad magnet? Ugh. Let science be the judge. I say this isn't magnetic. Okay, I'm gonna change bits because with this bracket you can't go straight down like you're supposed to, and that's a design flaw to this thing. So now I have to take it from an angle to try to get it finally seated. That actually feels pretty good. Alright, there, that's done. Alrighty, and so with that done, we can go ahead and place this back on. And there we go. So I can go ahead, I can put the Battlestar Anchorage back up here. But I need, what I need is the thing that I stand it on. Where are you? Am I losing everything? Where did I put it? I thought I had it. Oh, there you are. Alright. So this is the little container I use to hold my dog tags. I'll sit you back up in place. Hold you up. Where are you? There you go. So you're being held in place. And so now I put my rune casting plate right there. Take my horn mug or cup. I'll place it there. Let's see, I grab my fidget spinner Mjolnir. Place you there. Take my runes. Place you there. Those are made out of deer antler. They look really nice. And then I have my dog tags, which are right here. And I just plop them right there. So there we go. Excuse me. And now we'll place my other stuff on the lower shelf, and we'll go from that. And then the les resistance, or le resistance, and you know, the French thing. Yeah, here's the headset, and there it is, hanging on its hanger. This job is complete. Just gotta finish cleaning up, and I'm good to go. Alright, so here we are. Sorry if I'm out of focus, but here we are. It's all done. There's the headset, and we're all set. So thank you very much. We'll talk to you guys later. So comment, like, and subscribe. And most of all, Skál.